This article will consist of 5 chapters. Chapter 1, The Genesis of Apathy, Why We Complain. This chapter explores the roots of complaining, delving into the psychological and societal factors that contribute to a lack of action and a propensity for lamentation. We will dissect the comfort zone of complaining and its debilitating effects on personal growth. Chapter 2, The Shattering Call, Awakening from Complacency. This chapter will analyze the importance of the catalyst that is often needed to push individuals out of their cycle of complaint. We will explore the different ways this awakening can occur and the raw, uncomfortable truth that often accompanies it. Chapter 3, The Blueprint for Action, Translating Motivation into Momentum. This chapter focuses on the practical steps one must take to move from a state of complaint to one of action. We will detail the importance of planning, resource allocation, and the mindset shift needed for long-term success. Chapter 4, The Crucible of Struggle, Embracing Discomfort and Perseverance. This chapter will explore the inevitable difficulties encountered on the path to success. We will delve into the nature of adversity, how to develop resilience, and the importance of persevering in the face of challenges. Chapter 5, The Symphony of Achievement, The Power of Action. Realized. This chapter celebrates the fruits of consistent action and unwavering commitment. We will analyze the personal transformation that occurs when one overcomes the habit of complaint and embraces a life of purpose and productivity, concluding with a powerful call to continue striving. Article, Chapter 1, The Genesis of Apathy, Why We Complain. The human condition, in its intricate tapestry of experiences, often finds itself entangled in the web of complaint. It is a phenomenon as ubiquitous as the air we breathe, yet profoundly detrimental to our aspirations and potential. We, as individuals, frequently resort to lamenting our circumstances, narrating tales of woe and frustration, often neglecting the agency we possess to shape our realities. This predilection for complaint arises from a multifaceted confluence of psychological, social, and environmental factors that coalesce to form a formidable barrier to action. At its core, complaining functions as a defense mechanism, a way to deflect responsibility from ourselves and onto external forces. It allows us to maintain the illusion of blamelessness, shielding us from the harsh glare of self-assessment and the uncomfortable prospect of taking ownership of our lives. We create narratives, elaborate and often embellished, that justify our inaction, painting ourselves as victims of circumstance rather than agents of change. This narrative becomes deeply ingrained, a comfort zone where we find solace in collective commiseration, inadvertently reinforcing the cycle of complaint and stagnation. The allure of this comfort zone is potent, as it provides a temporary respite from the daunting task of confronting our limitations and insecurities. It is easier to complain about the insurmountable obstacles that stand in our path than to summon the courage and fortitude to dismantle them, brick by painstaking brick. This state of learned helplessness, where we convince ourselves that our circumstances are beyond our control, erodes our motivation and instills a deep-seated sense of apathy. The social dimension of complaint further amplifies its negative influence. We live in a world where complaining is often normalized, even encouraged, as a means of social bonding. We find solidarity in shared grievances, seeking validation and empathy from others who resonate with our struggles. While this validation can be temporarily comforting, it also serves to perpetuate the cycle, creating an echo chamber where inaction becomes the norm and aspiration is viewed with cynicism. This collective negativity stifles the spirit of innovation and the pursuit of excellence, fostering a culture of mediocrity where everyone is content to remain in their state of passive discontent, failing to recognize the latent potential that lies dormant within them. The psychological underpinnings of complaint are equally intricate. It is often rooted in fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. These fears paralyze us, making us hesitant to take risks and step outside the confines of our perceived limitations. Complaining becomes a way to manage these fears, creating a false sense of control by attributing our inaction to external circumstances. This external attribution allows us to avoid facing our own shortcomings and the daunting task of self-improvement. The constant reiteration of our complaints becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing our belief in our own powerlessness and creating a negative feedback loop that further entrenches us in our apathy. This psychological barrier can only be overcome through a radical shift in perspective, one that requires us to actively confront our fears, embrace our vulnerabilities, and take ownership of our lives. Only then can we break free from the shackles of complaint and embark on a path of meaningful action and personal growth. Chapter 2. The Shattering Call. Awakening from Complacency. The insidious nature of persistent complaint lies in its ability to lull individuals into a state of complacent inertia, a quiet acceptance of a life lived beneath the threshold of potential. This state of being is akin to a deep slumber, where the individual drifts through days and weeks, months and years, passively observing the unfolding of their lives rather than actively shaping them. However, the human spirit, inherently resilient, is not designed for perpetual slumber. It yearns for action, for challenge, for the invigorating taste of achievement. It is this inherent yearning that provides the impetus for the shattering call, that pivotal moment when the individual awakens from their slumber of complaint and recognizes the urgent need to break free from the shackles of complacency. This awakening rarely occurs in a vacuum. It is often catalyzed by a confluence of events or a singular experience that serves as a potent wake-up call. This catalyst can manifest in various forms: a personal setback that forces introspection, a poignant observation of the limitations imposed by a life of inaction, or an inspiring encounter with someone who has conquered their own struggles through sheer determination. The shattering call is often accompanied by a sense of discomfort, even pain. It is the painful realization that the comfortable narratives we have meticulously constructed to justify our inaction are nothing but elaborate facades, flimsy defenses against the uncomfortable truth of our own potential. This realization can be profoundly unsettling, forcing us to confront the discrepancies between our aspirations and our actions. The raw truth is that the path from complaint to action is not paved with ease. It requires an unflinching examination of our own shortcomings, a willingness to confront our vulnerabilities, and an acceptance of the inherent challenges that accompany any pursuit of meaningful change. The process of awakening is also frequently characterized by the emergence of a burning sense of dissatisfaction. No longer content with the status quo, the individual experiences a profound longing for more, a deep-seated hunger to fully realize their potential. This dissatisfaction, once a source of discomfort, transforms into a powerful driving force, fueling the individual's quest for change. The dissatisfaction stems from the realization that prolonged complaint is a drain on life's precious resources, a constant expenditure of energy that yields no tangible returns. It is the recognition that each complaint, each lament is a wasted opportunity, a missed chance to take decisive action and steer one's life in a more fulfilling direction. The shattering call also involves the development of a heightened awareness of our surroundings and the myriad opportunities that they present. Individuals who are trapped in the cycle of complaint often become myopically focused on their grievances, failing to perceive the potential that exists all around them. The awakening from complacency opens up their perspective, allowing them to recognize the abundant resources and possibilities that have long been hidden in plain sight. This newfound awareness fosters a sense of agency, the realization that they are not mere spectators in their own lives, but rather the architects of their own destinies. It is during this pivotal moment that the individual grasps the fundamental truth that complaining is a futile endeavor, an exercise in unproductive rumination that yields no tangible results. The shattering call instills a sense of urgency, a realization that time is a finite and precious resource that should not be squandered on futile lamentations. It is this urgent awareness that propels the individual forward, providing the necessary motivation to translate contemplation into tangible action. The process of awakening is often a lonely journey. It requires the individual to detach themselves from the comfort of collective commiseration and embark on a path of self-discovery and personal transformation. The journey may be arduous, fraught with challenges and setbacks, but it is a journey that is ultimately necessary for the individual to transcend the limitations imposed by complaint and embrace a life of purpose and fulfillment. Chapter 3. The Blueprint for Action, translating motivation into momentum. The awakening from complacency, the shattering call that breaks the individual free from the shackles of complaint, is but the first step on the arduous but ultimately rewarding path towards a life of purpose and productivity. This awakening, while essential, is insufficient on its own to bring about meaningful change. To translate the burning desire for action into tangible results, one must formulate a strategic plan, a blueprint that provides structure and direction to their endeavors. This blueprint is not a rigid, inflexible document, but rather a dynamic framework that adapts to the changing circumstances of the individual's journey. At its core, the blueprint for action involves the careful identification of goals, the meticulous planning of steps required to achieve these goals, and the strategic allocation of resources. It requires the individual to transform their nebulous aspirations into concrete objectives, articulating exactly what they want to accomplish and why. This process of articulation clarifies the individual's vision, bringing focus and clarity to their efforts. The blueprint also involves the breaking down of overarching goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. This process of decomposition makes the goal seem less daunting, allowing the individual to approach it with a sense of accomplishment, gradually chipping away at the barriers that might have previously seemed insurmountable. By dividing the journey into manageable steps, the individual builds momentum, gaining confidence with each successful stride. The planning phase also involves the identification of potential obstacles and the formulation of contingency plans. It is crucial to anticipate the challenges that might arise and to develop strategies to mitigate their impact. This proactive approach enhances the individual's resilience, allowing them to navigate setbacks with poise and fortitude. The allocation of resources is an equally critical aspect of the blueprint. These resources can encompass a wide range of assets, including time, money, skills, and social connections. The strategic allocation of these resources ensures that the individual is not wasting precious assets on unproductive pursuits and that they are maximizing their impact on achieving their goals. The blueprint also emphasizes the importance of building a support system. This system can consist of mentors, peers, or family members who can provide encouragement, advice, and accountability. Having a strong support system is crucial, particularly during moments of doubt and uncertainty. Knowing that you are not alone on your journey and that others are invested in your success can provide the necessary boost of motivation to keep you moving forward. The blueprint for action is not simply a practical framework, but also a mindset shift. It is a move from a reactive approach to a proactive approach, one where the individual takes ownership of their circumstances and assumes responsibility for their outcomes. This shift involves abandoning the victim mentality and embracing the belief that one has the power to shape their own destiny. The mindset shift also involves a willingness to learn from mistakes. It recognizes that setbacks and failures are inevitable on the path to success. Rather than viewing these setbacks as insurmountable obstacles, the individual sees them as valuable learning opportunities that can be used to refine their approach and move forward with greater wisdom. The blueprint for action is not meant to be a rigid, inflexible plan that confines the individual to a narrow path. It is meant to be a dynamic, adaptive framework that guides the individual while allowing for flexibility and adjustments as circumstances change. It is a process that requires continuous assessment, refinement, and a willingness to deviate from the original plan when necessary. The most essential element of the blueprint for action is the unwavering commitment to taking consistent, persistent action. It is the realization that meaningful change does not occur overnight, but rather through the consistent effort applied day after day. This commitment to action is the bridge that connects intention to reality, transforming aspirations into tangible achievements. Without persistent action, the most meticulously crafted blueprint will remain nothing more than a theoretical concept and unrealized potential. It is the combination of strategic planning, resource allocation, a supportive network, a proactive mindset, and unwavering commitment to action that ultimately propels the individual from a state of complaint to a state of achievement. Chapter 4. The Crucible of Struggle. Embracing discomfort and perseverance. The path from complaint to action, while ultimately rewarding, is not without its challenges and obstacles. The blueprint for action, though meticulously crafted, is not a guarantee of uninterrupted progress. Indeed, the journey is inevitably fraught with periods of struggle, moments of doubt, and encounters with adversity. It is during these moments that the true character of an individual is tested, and it is through the crucible of struggle that one's resilience is forged. Embracing discomfort and cultivating perseverance are therefore essential components of the journey towards achievement. The notion of struggle is often viewed with trepidation, seen as a sign of weakness or a reason for discouragement. However, the reality is that struggle is an intrinsic part of the growth process. It is through encountering and overcoming challenges that we learn, adapt, and evolve. The comfortable state of complacency that often accompanies complaint offers no such opportunity for growth. It is during periods of struggle that we are forced to tap into reserves of inner strength that we did not even know we possessed. The challenges force us to innovate, to find creative solutions to seemingly insurmountable problems, and to develop a deeper understanding of our own capabilities. This process of overcoming struggle is not merely about achieving specific objectives, it is equally about the personal transformation that occurs along the way. It is through adversity that we develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and to persevere in the face of difficulties. Resilience is not an innate quality. It is a skill that is cultivated through repeated exposure to challenges and consistent commitment to learning from mistakes. It is the understanding that setbacks are not failures, but rather opportunities for growth, valuable feedback that can guide us towards greater success. This reframing of setbacks is a crucial aspect of perseverance. It requires the individual to adopt a growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Individuals with a growth mindset view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but rather as opportunities to learn and grow, pushing them to continually strive for improvement. Perseverance, therefore, is not merely about grit and determination. It is about learning to embrace discomfort, to push beyond the boundaries of our perceived limitations, and to view adversity as an essential component of the journey toward achievement. It involves developing a sense of mental toughness, the ability to control thoughts and emotions under pressure. This requires actively challenging negative self-talk and replacing it with positive affirmations that reinforce one's ability to overcome any obstacle. The crucible of struggle also demands a commitment to self-care. The intense demands of the journey can take a toll on both physical and mental well-being. It is crucial to prioritize activities that promote relaxation, stress reduction, and physical health. These activities are not simply luxuries, but rather essential components of the process, allowing the individual to maintain the energy, focus, and emotional balance necessary to persevere through challenges. It is during times of struggle that the importance of a strong support system becomes most apparent. The encouragement and guidance of mentors, peers, and loved ones can provide the necessary motivation to overcome setbacks and to keep moving forward. This support system provides the individual with a sense of belonging, a reminder that they are not alone on their journey. The crucible of struggle is not a process to be feared or avoided. It is a fundamental aspect of human growth and development. It is through these difficult times that we discover our inner strength, build resilience, and develop the perseverance necessary to achieve our aspirations. The journey from complaint to action requires not only a willingness to embrace discomfort, but also a commitment to continuous learning, self-care, and the cultivation of a supportive community. It is through this holistic approach that one emerges from the crucible of struggle, not only more accomplished, but also more resilient, more confident, and more prepared to tackle any challenge that lies ahead. Chapter 5. The Symphony of Achievement. The Power of Action Realized. The journey from complaint to action, marked by the awakening from complacency, the formulation of a strategic blueprint, the embrace of discomfort, and the cultivation of perseverance culminates in a symphony of achievement, a profound realization of the power of action. This symphony is not a single, grand event, but rather a collection of accomplishments, a tapestry woven from consistent efforts and unwavering commitment. The power of action is revealed not only in the external successes achieved, but also in the profound internal transformation that occurs along the way. The individual who once was mired in the cycle of complaint, a passive observer of their own life, now stands transformed, a confident and proactive architect of their own destiny. The habit of complaining, once a deeply ingrained pattern of behavior, has been replaced by a new habit, the habit of action. This shift in behavior has a cascading effect, positively impacting all areas of the individual's life. The symphony of achievement is a testament to the human potential for growth and transformation. It is the realization that perceived limitations are not insurmountable barriers, but rather challenges to be overcome. The consistent act of taking action, even in the face of adversity, empowers the individual to transcend self-doubt, to realize their latent capabilities, and to achieve goals that once seemed impossible. This realization fosters a sense of self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to succeed. The transformation is not limited to the individual's actions and accomplishments. It extends to their mindset and worldview. The individual who has experienced the power of action develops a proactive approach to life, viewing challenges not as threats, but rather as opportunities to learn and grow. They develop a sense of gratitude for the difficulties they have encountered, understanding that it was through these challenges that they have gained the strength, resilience, and wisdom necessary to succeed. The symphony of achievement also extends beyond the individual's personal journey. Their transformation becomes a source of inspiration for others, demonstrating the possibility of overcoming adversity and achieving meaningful change. The individual who once was consumed by complaint now becomes a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of action. The consistent commitment to action also fosters a sense of purpose and meaning in life. By engaging in activities that are aligned with their values and goals, the individual experiences a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction that is often lacking in the life of complaint. This sense of purpose provides a framework for navigating life's uncertainties and a reason to continue striving for growth and improvement. The realization of the power of action is not an endpoint. It is rather a continuous process, a lifelong pursuit of growth and development. The individual who has tasted the fruits of consistent action is not content to rest on their laurels. They are driven to continually strive for greater heights, to set new goals, and to embrace new challenges. This relentless pursuit of excellence becomes a habit, a self-perpetuating cycle of achievement and growth. The symphony of achievement is a celebration of the human spirit, a testament to our capacity to overcome adversity, to learn from our mistakes, and to transform our lives through consistent, meaningful action. It is the realization that complaining is a futile endeavor, a drain on life's precious resources, while action is the key to unlocking our full potential. The power of action, when realized, is not merely a personal triumph. It is a collective victory, a reminder that we are all capable of achieving greatness, provided we are willing to embrace discomfort, cultivate perseverance, and commit ourselves to the pursuit of our aspirations. The symphony of achievement is an ongoing composition, a never-ending pursuit of excellence, a testament to the transformative power of action. It is a call to continue striving, to continue growing, and to continue contributing to the betterment of ourselves and the world around us. The cycle of complaint is broken. The symphony of achievement is the dawn of a new beginning. Conclusion. As you can see from the provided text, the main takeaway is clear. Complaining is a debilitating cycle that prevents growth, whereas taking action empowers and transforms. The journey from complaint to achievement is challenging, requiring strategic planning, perseverance, and embracing discomfort. But the reward is a more meaningful and fulfilling life.